nervous. We're all here to hear you. Pretty much a book.
That's the wrong one.
No, I got both. I got both. I'm very hungry. He's not the guy. He said you were the guy. Go buy number 2.
No. Maybe a fire.
Bit better. How could it be up all the way?
Hey, can you guys hear it right now? Not well?
My name is Josh Shaffer, and I'm a Disney addict.
Hi, Josh! Yay!
I started going to the park in 2001, and I got my first pass. Around 2006, I started learning fun facts about the park. I was like, these are interesting. So I started writing them down, and I would print them out with me, take them to the park, and I would talk to people on the line. It's like, did you know this about the Haunted Mansion? I make friends. So I started researching on purpose to actually find more fun facts. I started reading blogs, books, listening to interviews, to learn as much as I could. Well, I decided that I was going to just make it a book and have it published. So after 4.5 years of writing, it got published in 2010. And I've been doing conventions and interviews ever since then. Met a lot of really cool people along the way in the Disney community. Like last year, I met Jerry Cornell, who's the producer of the Parkology DVDs. And since then, we started our own podcast called Magic Under the Ears podcast. We interview Imagineers, artists, other authors. We just interviewed Raleigh Crump. He's going to be on our episode this Friday. We interviewed Susan Egan. She was the voice of Meg and Hercules. And also she was Belle in Beauty and the Beast on Broadway. Of course, we see the second episode we interviewed Andrew Nelson, who's over there. He's a cool guy. So I just tried to talk about everything that I could about the park, how to save money, tips, what to do when you're there. Like, does everybody like Pirates of the Caribbean? It's my favorite. There's also Walt's favorite attraction. Is right now the standard for attractions that a lot of the Imagineers strive for because it's so popular. Back when they originally built it, Walt was on the fake boat because being pushed through the auctioneer scene, which was set up in the studio. And the Imagineers told Walt, you can hear so many sounds from all different directions, people won't know where to look. So Walt said, well, it's like if you go to a cocktail party. There's lots of conversations going on, you just have to focus on what you listen to. So when you're on Pirates of the Caribbean, you hear sounds coming from here and over here, you may hear something different even though you've gone on the ride 30 times. Because that's what Walt wanted. I mean, just the way the park grows, back when they first started building New Orleans Square in 1961, and they had built the lower part of Pirates, which was going to originally be a wax museum, and they had to stop construction for World's Fair. When they got back from the World's Fair, they found out that they could fit 3,000 people through an hour in this small world because they were on boats. So they decided to make Pirates a boat ride. But there wasn't space for it. They had already had steel and girders set up below Pirates, for everybody to go on. There wasn't space. So Walt said, we're going to have to go outside the berm, which is the train tracks. But on the back side of the train tracks was what they called Holiday Land, which was like a picnic area. And right now, the showcase building for Pirates, there used to be a baseball diamond. because you go to Disneyland and play baseball. So when you go through the transition tunnel, and you go through the fog screen, you're actually under the train tracks going out of the park. And on the way back through, when you go through the burning city, you're on your way back into the park. That's just so much history. I learn stuff every day. There's 1,000 fun facts in this book, and there's still more out there. There's thousands. There's a lot of fun facts. I try to get all of them. I post them on my Facebook page, new stuff, Instagram, just to keep it updated. But it's just a never-ending flow of information. Does anybody have any questions? You want to talk like this? Is that better? I should have done something better. Start over. Does anybody have any questions? The Magic Kingdom was the original nickname for Disneyland until Disney World in 1970. And I didn't know that because I didn't know about Disney World. I do now though. Anybody else? Questions? The outside of them? Only from Google Earth. I haven't actually been around the back. I mean, you can see them when you're going by on the tram and stuff, but they're painted green, so you don't really know they're fake green buildings. They have the fake camouflage stuff. Yes.
So how many, with the Star Wars land coming in, the realigning the train, how many times have the train tracks been realigned to accommodate other things?
What? How many what?
How many times have the train tracks been realigned?
Oh, for Star Wars Land?
How many times?
How many
in
times?
the history of Disneyland.
Oh, have they rerouted the train? I think it's only twice since the park opened because they had to expand. I don't know a lot about the train. It's here. There's certain things I remember and certain things I don't, so I have a reference. I was in line on the Matterhorn and an Imagineer who was working on Star Wars Land. He said that it should be open by December of last year,
We get over it, but
2017.
I was getting tired.
But it wasn't confirmed yet, and he could have just been making it up. Anybody else? Well, if you want to copy my book, I'm out at the entrance where you sign in. It's $20 plus tax because the state has insurance tax. It was published October 2010. So no, Cars Land isn't in there because it didn't exist yet. Right before it got published, I had from the audience right before, and they took it out, put in Captain EO. I said, no, I don't know anything about Captain EO. So I had to research Captain EO and make sure it was in there before it got published. So Captain EO.
How many times do you go a year?
I think this year will be 3 because I'm going tomorrow. But generally it's 1 or 2. Unless I go to Disney World, it's a big trip. So. I do have a season pass because you can go twice in case it's I got a season pass this year because Disneyana was there twice. So I went to the Disneyana conventions earlier this year to Orlando. Yes. Well, I thought I was supposed to find a publisher that would actually publish it.
Okay, Josh.
Oh, question?
Yeah, could you, after someone asks, could you repeat it so we can hear it? Thanks.
The question was who my publisher was and the process I went through to get it published. So my publisher is Author House Publishing. They're out on the East Coast, and all I had to do was send them a PDF of my book after I was writing it. And they really wanted it because they called me every week to ask if I was done. How about I call you when I'm done? Because I want it published too. And then I can just order whatever I need. It does have returnability, so it can be in bookstores. So it's at some Barnes and Nobles. You go to the store, which was really cool the first time that happened. They went to a selfie with them. I am working on the 2nd edition. I'm trying to get it done. There's having a problem finding time to stay on doing it. I have to take out all the attractions that are gone now, put in new stuff. That's I do. I actually work for animal services for this county. So I work in Martinez. So I see all of the stray dogs and cats that are out there. I've been there for 16 years. Hey, Chris, do you want to know a fun fact?
Sure, fun fact.
About what? What do you know?
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan, the attraction?
Yes.
So when you're exiting Peter Pan, if you look up to the left on the wall, there's a hook on the wall holding up a lantern. That hook used to hold up the sign for the Chicken in the Sea restaurant, which was the pirate ship in Fantasyland, where Dumbo is now. I always think that's cool too. Also on Peter Pan, the hook on Hook's hand is on the wrong hand. It's on the correct hand for the book, but the incorrect hand for the movie. They did that because of the way you ride through the attraction and the fight scenes, you had to have the hook on your hand. And they had to keep it uniform throughout the attraction. Even the painting on the French one from the mural.
Fun fact about Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. There's a giant mural on the wall when you go and load up, and there's a train coming through on the right side. It says WD on the side of it. It's for Walter Elias Disney, which was WED, which was originally the Imagineering department. And they took that attraction out of Disney World. John Stamos bought one of the devils from the hell scene. It's in his studio. Because he likes Disney too.
Who? Who bought it?
John Stamos.
Oh, John Stamos. I thought you said Drunk Stanley.
Full House. Pick an attraction.
Yeah.
Jungle Cruise. That's my third favorite. Let's see. You know, when they first built the park, they didn't have a lot of plants growing. You might have heard this, that they used to plant some of the old trees upside down. So it looked like vines and roots along the side of the river. But in 2010, it was just announced that the Jungle Cruise had created its own ecosystem because of how the plants can live. They don't have to water them anymore. The deepest part is the hippopotamus pool is 14 feet deep. They didn't even add the elephants until 1961 because Walt wanted funny scenes added to Jungle Cruise, so he brought in Mark Davis. And that was the first thing he made was, as an Imagineer, was the elephant pool in 1961. There used to be a gazebo over there before they expanded out. They had to extend out the river in Jungle Cruise. There used to be a gazebo where they would have a bandstand and stuff, but it's gone.
Did they always tell funny jokes?
No. Did they always tell funny jokes? No, they didn't. It used to be serious at first, and everything was about animals. And Walt overheard. The story is Walt overheard somebody saying, "No, we don't need to go on it. We already heard everything." So then Walt had his people improv some jokes, and so if you go on YouTube, you can actually hear one of the original narrations that they put up on the Wonderful World of Disney, and it's narrated by Bill Ravenscroft. So you can hear Tony the Tiger talking. Or the Fallen Bus, whichever you want to see. You want another attraction? Alice in Wonderland. Let's see, it opened up 3 months after the Fantasyland date because it was late with the White Rabbit. It is the only attraction, it's the only attraction, you can only find that attraction in Disneyland. It's not any other park on the planet. It's the only dark ride that goes outside, and it's the only dark ride that's 2 stories. And they just got a new overlay, which is really cool. Or an update.
Right.
New special effects and stuff. It's really cool. Yeah. The canal boats?
Yeah.
I mean the mud banks of the world? That's what it was originally called. They didn't have anything set up. It was just a boat that would go around through this trench in the water, and it was mud. And it was all men. It was all men on the boats. Then eventually they had all women and out to boat. And all the boats are named after women, except for Flower, because Flower's a boy. From Bambi. Bambi shirt. Attraction. Anybody want a fun fact?
Space Mountain.
Space Mountain. Let's see, Space Mountain. That attraction was actually built 17 feet below the ground level because they didn't want it too tall because it would be the main. They wanted the Matterhorn to stay the main centerpiece, so they built it down into the ground. Same thing with Splash Mountain. They built it into the ground so that it would be taller than the Matterhorn. There's a ghost story to go along with the Space Mountain. You heard of Disco Debbie? Disco Debbie. So before they just redid Space Mountain, you used to be able to see through windows, and you could see the track while you're waiting in line. And this ghost would come up to people and scare them when they were waiting in line. This ghost of Debbie, apparently she was below the attraction and she died. It'd be horrible. She got a heart attack? I don't know, it's in my book, all the details about it. Because it's an incident, because it actually happened. So it's in the incident section, and it's in the ghost story section. Another one. Small World, the Blank song. Okay. Walt had the Sherman Brothers write that song. It is not copyrighted, so anybody can use it. He had them write it simple so that it can be translated in any language and be looped around continuously. That's how that song came to be. So it was originally made for the World's Fair in 1964 to 65. One of the Imagineers that worked on it was Raleigh Crump, who we interviewed this Friday here. And Alice Davis did all the costumes, Mark Davis's wife. She went from making the doll costumes for Small World to working on Pretty Old Pirates, the Pirates of the Caribbean. And then they moved it to Disneyland after World's Fair ended. And some of the characters and stuff they saved, those are in Disney World. But before they put in Small World, they used to have another Autopia in that spot. It was the Midget Autopia, which were the really, really small cars. And you can see one of them when you're on the actual Autopia ride. It's bronzed, it's over on the side. Walt donated the Midget Autopia to Marceline, Missouri, his hometown. And they have it set up there. They did have it set up there. And it fell into disrepair, but they're working on getting it up running again.
Why did they take down the gondola?
Why did they take down the gondola? It cost too much to maintain with all the safety stuff that was going on. That's what Bob Burr said. You can hear about that on the Skyway documentary DVD by Think Parkology. That's where I learned it. So then they had to fill up the mountain.
Oh, really? That's a great
Yeah, we lost the layers.
So what is Theme
My dad, like,
Parkology?
Think Parkology is a set of documentary DVDs. It's actually at the table next to me at the entrance. So Jerry Cornell, who's the producer of the documentaries, is actually the host of the podcast on the Bible. He actually interviewed his newest documentary, which you can only get today until December 1st, is the Secrets of Disneyland. And he actually interviewed me for that. We talked about pirates. I talked an hour about pirates. He used one fun fact that I said.
Oh, that's right.
I talked for an hour. He used the information about the skeletons being real when the attraction first opened. Because Wed couldn't figure out how to make realistic looking skeletons. So they got old skeletons from UCLA and put them in the attraction. Since then they've all been removed except for the one above the headboard with the pirate. Yeah. They also talked about the Jungle Cruise, about the canary date palm tree, which is the biggest palm, which is right outside of Indiana Jones. It's one of the oldest trees in the park. And I talked about the invention of Doritos because they were invented in Disneyland in 1964. Yeah. But if you want to hear more about that, you have to get the DVD. Because also on it is Raleigh Crump, Bob Gurr, Jeffrey Barnes, some other people. It's a cool video. We watched it last year.
How did Walt ever allow the picture in Pirates of the Caribbean of the woman with no top with just the hair over her breast?
The topless woman on Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's the one.
The redhead. It's actually, because when you first get on the attraction, you're actually starting in the future of pirates. They're all dead because all pirates died. Young. Blackbeard, Edward Teague, he died at 38 years old. They don't live very long. So they start out, this is the end of Pirates, and then you're actually de-aging when you go through the attraction. So the painting that Mark Davis designed is actually supposed to represent the red-headed bride, the wench, that gets auctioned off because she becomes a pirate. And it's the style of painting that it is. Another attraction.
Haunted Mansion.
Oh, the Haunted Mansion, my second favorite. I picked Pirates as my favorite because I can watch the movies whenever I want, and I don't want to watch Haunted Mansion movie. See, the Haunted Mansion was also built at the same time as Pirates was, except it took them 7 years to complete it. When they put up the exterior of the building. That too was going to be a walkthrough attraction, just like Pirates was, and they quit building the Haunted Mansion and Pirates in 1963 to work on the World's Fair projects. So Walt pulled all his Imagineers off, like Wally Crump and Gail Bracey and stuff. And they found out that Bob Gurr made this Omni-Mover system, and they decided that they could put that, which were the Doom buggies, into the Haunted Mansion because they could get 2,800 people through in an hour, and they can focus where people look when you go through, so they can just turn you. Because before they were going to only be able to fit through about 1,000 people in an hour in groups. They were going to have a light on at the end of the hall. They would turn on, this light would turn off, and you'd work your way down and see the next scene. It was just taking too long to go through. They just recently added the Hatbox Ghost, which I'm happy for. It's everybody's favorite, but nobody knows why because it was only there the first 2 weeks it was open. They couldn't get the special effect to work right where the head would disappear and would appear in the Hatbox, so they took it out. But he was on the record, the Haunted Mansion record, and so everybody knew him from that, and he's been one of the most popular, he's not even on it until now. Pick an attraction. See, I've only told you what, like 10 fun facts? There's 1,000 of them in here.
Right.
Attraction? Yes. The Enchanted Tiki Room. Do you know who designed it? Raleigh Crump. He's on my podcast this Friday. It's called The Magic Behind the Ears podcast. I have cards for it at my booth. It tells you how to listen to it. You listen to it on smartphones and just straight from the internet. Let's see. Walt wanted a dinner show with animatronic figures. So he had Raleigh Crump design the Tiki Room as a dinner show. It was going to be about 45 minutes long. They actually bought tables and tables and chairs for the restaurant. And then they thought, we're not going to get a lot of people through here if they just come and sit and eat and watch the birds. So they took the tables out and they left all the chairs there. So up until a couple years ago when they added the benches in, all those chairs were actually table chairs. There's also the only attraction that has a bathroom in it because it was a restaurant. It was a tiny restaurant. It's small. Do you go and sit and watch it while eating a Dole Whip? Because you have to get a Dole Whip when you go see the Tiki. Then you can go in and you can actually watch the whole attraction from the room, so you don't have to actually go onto it.
Circle Vision.
Circle Vision. See, that was where Buzz Lightyear's there now. You can see the original Circle Vision if you go to Epcot, because they're showing China in it right now. Yeah, that's the actual Circle Vision that was in Disneyland. If you want to see an homage to Circle Vision, go on Buzz Lightyear when you're in the room ticket book for Adventures Through Inner Space, so that way kids wouldn't write it over and over and over and over in the dark. Because teenagers like to be alone in the dark.
It was free when I was there.
What?
It was free when I was there.
It was free when you were there? They used to have, it was in the ticket book. It was free originally because Monsanto was selling, but then they made it so that you can get in with this ticket. You have to have the ticket because kids would just go on it and ruin it.
That was only for children. Adults could ride it if they would want to, and children could ride it with their parents.
The what children?
I think it was just for the children riding on their own.
They wouldn't let adults.
The ticket was just for the children riding
The ticket was
alone.
I think it was just a ticket in general so that people could go on it.
No, adults could always ride it.
It was just for kids. So kids had to have a ticket.
And only unaccompanied.
What if the adults were in stuff?
Ride it.
Another attraction.
So what ride has the most people died on?
It's talking about like how many, which attraction can fit more people through in a day? Oh, which attractions killed more people? Probably the drive to Disneyland. Only 12 people died in the park, so it's not. So one person died on the monorail track trying to sneak in. There's a train up there. And 2 kids hid out on the Tom Sawyer Island and tried to swim back. And one of the brothers drowned.
It's the people movie.
The people remover. That's its nickname. Yeah, 2 people have died on that because one of them was a kid who was jumping from car to car on the moving train. And he fell out. So yeah, the people remover has most people. One cast member died. That was in Miracle Scenes. Then they added in the breakaway with Wall, yeah. They just had her anniversary a couple months ago. It was the anniversary of the day. Going? Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin? Originally they wanted to put that in between Main Street and Tomorrowland. They were going to add in a Latoonland there. That was one of the original concepts. They're going to have 3 rides in there. Roger Rabbit was going to be one of them. It's altered a lot to be what it is today, where it is now. You know, right outside the attraction, if you go over to the left, there's a door over there with the door handle. That's the door handle from Alice in Wonderland, which is on the front cover of the Secret Stuff Memory DVD that Theme Parkology has. I like that one. It's fun. I don't spin it though. It's sick. You know what? No more attraction questions? Any other questions? No? Okay. Let me go back to my table because it's probably a really long line right